Hello, everyone. So, I think what I wanted to talk about today is spirituality for me, because I guess everybody just can believe in whatever they want, and you know, as long as you're a good person, that's the most important thing. And like for me, and when I say being a good person, I mean being good to yourself, and then also being kind to others, but also having boundaries. So for me, like the whole religion thing was to me is something that tries to control you, that tells you like how to do things and tells you you have to go and like confess your sins to another person, and somehow that person is more important than all the other people or something. And I don't agree with that. Like, I feel like, first of all, we're already forgiven, so you really don't need to go and talk to anybody about being forgiven. I mean, if you need to talk to someone about things, I mean that's fine. Go to a therapist or something like that, or you can journal or whatever you choose to do. I feel like having a therapist is helpful, but like to actually go to someone and they tell you you're forgiven whenever we're already forgiven doesn't even make sense to me. But the main thing is, it's not about being forgiven on the outside of us. It's about we have to learn how to forgive ourselves. We also have to learn how to forgive others. And I mean, I guess you don't have to forgive others if you don't want to. I mean, that's on you. But for me, I feel like you can forgive others. That doesn't mean you have to continue letting them in your life. You can forgive them for yourself if you choose to. If not, hey, it's whatever you want. At the same time, like for me, um, like it was all about me forgiving myself. It was about me like not feeling guilty, like letting go of the guilt and the shame and all the things that I was that I've held on to for so freaking long. And like I'm forgiven. I'm forgiven. Like, and that doesn't mean go out and do stuff and be like, oh, well, I'm forgiven. I mean, I guess you can if you want to, but I feel like so many people like pick and choose, you know, what what they I don't know, like people act like they're so holier than thou or whatever, and then but they'll go out and like cheat on their spouse, or they'll go out and mm, I don't know, do different things. And I'm not saying like do what you want, because it's you who has to deal with the consequences or whatever that thing is. And I'm not saying I'm perfect, because I've done things in my life, but we have to learn how to forgive ourselves, not go to someone else to be forgiven. Like, even if let's say you do something and I forgive you, okay? Or say like, here, let's say like for me, like I did drugs for a while, and I wasn't there for my kids for a while, and like I hold on to that for a very long time. Like I wasn't there for my kids for a couple years, and it took me a long time to forgive myself for that. And I mean, I talked to them about it, and I don't know if I'm sure they have their own things to deal with there. And I told them, like, you could always talk to me anytime about anything. And if anything ever comes up and you want to talk about it, like, I am here. I will listen, whatever. Like, because I was not perfect, and you know I apologize for anything that I have ever done that, you know, could have affected them in their life, like for their future life. And like, I can't change it, but I know now. I wish I knew then. I didn't, but I know now. But the main thing is that I had to forgive myself for those things. You know, I had to forgive myself. Not that God had to forgive me, because I'm already forgiven. I had to forgive myself. We think we sit here and punish ourselves over and over and over again for something that we already were. You know, it's over now. That's, I think that, to me, that's what the like letting go is like letting go of that shit that you keep punishing yourself for. You know, like, say, like, also for me, I I had to like stop dealing with certain people in my life because I don't feel like they were accountable for their parts in things, and I had to, that was hard for me. That was hard for me to do. Like, to hold on to let go of certain relationships in my life because it was one-sided for me. And like, I will always look at my part. Like, if there was an issue between me and another person, I will look at my part in that and see like how I could have done something differently, or to see if maybe I was in the wrong and stuff like that. And I feel like I was that way for most of my life, but not everybody is that way. So when you're in a any kind of relationship with another person of any sort, doesn't matter, friend, family member, whoever, relationship, like, um romantic relationship, whatever it is, you have both people have to be willing to look at themselves and see what part they play in the thing, because we are the common denominator in all our relationships. And yes, you can work on your part, but if the other person isn't willing to work on their part, then you there's no you can't come it's kind of hard to come to a middle ground and at least try to understand where each person is coming from when people don't want to have conversations. you know and like, I'm always willing to have a conversation, but you can't make people have a conversation. So sometimes you just have to choose you. And it's almost like you're grieving people that are still alive. And I don't that's kind of a difficult thing, because it's one thing whenever you're grieving someone who passed away, but it's another thing to grieve someone that's still alive. So, all right, everyone. Love, peace, stay tuned.